All right. Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. I am here to bring my girlfriend over from Eat More to Weigh Less, Kiki Smith, to chat about Crush the Diet. And we are going to bring her in. And I think I hit add. Did you get an invite or something? It says it's adding you. Are you able to join? Come on, Facebook. Work. It says adding. Are you getting adding over there? Oh, oh, I can. Woo, woo.
It was
Beauty.
ugly, but we did it.
Yay.
I got like 8 devices going on here. Let me try over here. Let me try over here. So
Yes.
I gotta adjust my.
Get a little feedback. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. All right. How's my sound? Is there still feedback now?
It's better. What about
Okay.
for me? Are you getting feedback?
No feedback. It's just a delay. So hopefully we're not talking over each other.
I'm getting a little bit disturbance. Are you on a mic? No.
No, I'm not. No, I was all set up on my laptop, so everything's over there.
I'm gonna put my headset on and I'm gonna see because I'm getting a lot of delay and feedback.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm watching.
Okay.
Run all over my house.
Let's see. Mark 8. Shoot. That might work. Come on, Facebook. Work with us. How's your sound?
My sound is
I
good.
can
Can
hear
you hear me
you.
though?
Can you hear me? It's better now.
Yes.
There's no.
I know we both got Trish texting us. She's like, people,
Yes.
get it together.
Now I see
Oh
why
my
you might
goodness.
use
Okay.
Be Live still.
I do. Trish, do you want us to do another do-over? I see you're telling me to do another do-over. I think she's trying to
It's
not
all
ruin your
right.
page
It's
by
part of the
having us talk
process
for
sometimes.
10 minutes. It's like, this is how you know we're live. Okay. I'm going to share it to Eat More to Weigh Less too, now that we're all settled in here, or at least attempt to.
Oh, perfect. Thanks, Trish. She said we both sound great now.
Yes, the technology does the job. Okay, so I'm good. I think this is probably on my personal page, so I'm just sharing it to Eat More to Weigh Less in case anybody over there. And if you are part of Eat More to Weigh Less, I'm going to put on this video. Once we finish it, I'm going to figure out exactly where we started, and then I'm going to put that in the comments. All right. I'm good. So that way, if you come on later, we'll tell you, or just skip straight to it. Trish said it's a success. Oh, I saw Beverly popped in. Hey, girl. I just saw her last week. So that was lovely. All right. So if you're just joining, we're live on the page.
So y'all, I'm bringing my girl in. Girl. Today we're talking about the Crush the Diet program, boot camp that's going on right now. And I wanted to bring her on so that y'all can hear it from her, what it's all about, who she helps, what she does. And we're along the same lines in the work that we do, crushing the diets. Mm-hmm. So, and
all
if y'all have any questions, drop them in, and we'll be happy to answer. Probably piggyback off each other. Every time we get on here, we could talk for hours. We'll try to keep it short because we love what we do. And we love talking about this stuff. So, Kiki, I want you to take it away. Tell them who you are, what you do, and all that.
Well, for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Kiki. I'm the founder of Eat More to Weigh Less. I am pretty much a lot of the same things that Candy is. I'm a strength coach, I'm a personal trainer. I'm also a trainer's trainer, which means that I do educate other personal trainers, just kind of picking up where the certifications left off, because as we both know, just because you get a certification doesn't mean you know a whole lot about the industry. But I pride myself on just really breaking through the myths of the diet industry, so that women can take their lives back and enjoy their lives now on the way to where they're going. So that's a big part of what we're talking about today. Is Crush the Diet is about all things like life. How can you live your life right now and also set goals to get to where you want to be physique wise, but also in your life? Like, how do you want to live? Do you want to start that business? Do you want to go back to school? Like all the things that you're putting off because you think that you have to wait for weight loss. No, we don't believe in that. So that's what Crush the Diet is about. And right now we're running the free boot camp, which is really just me sharing 5 diet lies of the industry. So 5 lies that most of us have told ourselves at some point in our weight loss journey. And I'm sharing a lie each day. And then there's just a little clip of me telling you what the lie is. And then we've kind of just combined, just this compilation of where experts come in and weigh in on those lies. So that, it's not just a Kiki show. It's not just me telling you not to believe stuff. You gotta, you gotta bring in your girls, just like we're doing right now.
There's a whole team of us, a whole lot of people than people realize. We just get kind of, bombarded or, curtains, if that's the word I'm looking for, with all the other diet nonsense. Diet culture is strong, and so we have to keep pushing. We keep pushing in this program. It's just amazing to help women get out of the diets. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, because the diets are getting us nowhere. Fast. So we're wasting so many years of our lives just, diet after diet after diet. Even when we know that it doesn't work and it's temporary and it takes longer every time, and every time we don't quite look the same as we used to. Like we know all that, but we keep doing it. It's just a fallback option, and a lot of us really our identities are wrapped up in diets. We don't know who we are if we're not dieting.
So long, and it can be scary. Can you speak to that? Why do we keep doing it? Why?
Well, that's a big part of why, is that it's our identity. So for a lot of us, especially as we get older, you know what I mean? So whether you're somebody who decided to settle down and get married and have kids, or, as a couple of decades pass by, we start to go through this identity crisis all over again, where we don't really know who we are. But all we do remember is the last time that we can recall that we were vibrant or excited about life. We tend to connect that with, I was also smaller. Whether it's the case or not, we just tend to relate our youth to that. Or if it's something that we never had, we want to place the blame for where we are now on circumstances that are outside of our control. So if we're not happy with our lives right now, we're always searching for something. So we're like, well, it's probably because I need to lose weight. It's probably because I'm not this size that I was, or because I've always been the big girl, or just whatever it is that we use. Like, it's that identity that we can cling to. And then that, as long as we cling to it, we don't have to actually do the stuff that matters. It's like there's ish that you want to do, but you're not doing it because it's just easier to find a scapegoat. So sometimes weight loss is that scapegoat.
It's a huge one for people. Yeah, just let me focus on this weight loss. If I follow this plan, all will be right in the world, right?
Yeah, we think it's gonna fix everything. Or for some of us, like I said, we just feel out of control. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you are, the mom that's also like the martyr in your family. And so your diet is the only thing that you can like feel control over, because maybe you feel like your life is not your own, so it's because of your kids, and everything that you do is dedicated to your kids or your spouse, or to everybody else in the world other than you. So we feel like if I could just get that thing under control, then I would feel more in control. But then because of that, that's why we do the like super restrictive stuff, because like we want to like down. Like I'm in control.
We're not suffering along with that. We're not suffering. It ain't right. Something ain't right. It ain't working.
It's got to be punishment based, right? Because it's like, how dare me get here?
It shouldn't suck. I tell women this all the time, that it shouldn't be where you have to white knuckle your way through. Because then what? Yeah,
it can't be.
It can't be.
Like, self-control freaks is gonna run out. Always. So there's no way that you're going to be able to do that long term. Like, we would like to tell ourselves that, like, oh, if I just need to try harder next time. No, you don't. You just need a plan that actually coincides with who you are and like your actual lifestyle. So instead of just copying something that somebody else is doing, whatever, on Instagram or whatever it is, like, you'd be better off finding something that you can do long term, even if it doesn't look like the picture perfect plan.
I do know. I was going to also ask you too, how did you get into the work? What is your dieting story or dieting history, or used to be, should I say?
Yes. How did I get here? Yes. So, I see Trish said control freaks. Yes. A lot of us are control freaks. So I'm one of them.
Yep.
I will say that. So I do think from that point of like, it's, like, diets did help me feel like I had control. And honestly, like, I, like most women, started dieting like young when I didn't even need it. You know what I mean? Like, doing slim fast and stuff when it's like I don't even know. I was probably like 100 pounds, 115 pounds or something the first time I ever
speaking of that,
did a diet.
Let me interject real quick on that. I was going through some notes and diet stuff from back in the day, and I came across one of my weights. It was around 150, and now I'm 180 something pounds.
Yes.
30.
It's crazy.
Pounds crazy. Then I'll be freaking out today. Oh my God, I gotta lose weight. I'm so big. Like,
yes. You would think that was like huge.
Yeah.
I remember the weight that I used to think was like, oh my gosh, if I ever got, I think it, like, first it was like 115 was like my like unhappy place. Like, oh my gosh, if I get to 115, like, that's when I know it's time to go on a diet again. And then it was like 125, and then it was 135, and then it was 150, and you just like, you keep pressing that number, but with us, obviously, you press it more the more knowledge that you have, because then it's like, well, wait a minute, if I'm that small, like,
no,
I really
you
can't eat that much. No wonder I keep gaining weight, because my maintenance level is so small. So for me, I'm pretty sure I was probably, I don't even know if I was 115. I think I was like just barely over 100 because I got married right out of high school. So I was really, really tiny still. I was just trying to, like, because I lost a lot, I had a lot of stress weight, like getting ready for the wedding. So I got super, super small. And I think that's where kind of the mindset of it started happening. Like, and that was like accidental. It was not, it was like a sickness. Like, I was stressed out losing. So it wasn't a good loss. It's just that I remember, like, on my wedding day, they were like safety pinning my dress to me because I had lost so much weight, and it was like so last minute. People were like, what are you doing? But then at the same time, your friends are like, dang, girl, you look so good. And like, look how small you got. And so like, you internalize that. And then of course, I get married and I put on like 20 pounds, bam, just like that the first year of marriage. It's like, I'm getting comfortable. I had stopped working. I was a stay-at-home mom. So the weight like flew on to me, but it still wasn't that much. It's just that I went from that like ultimate, like skinniest I'd ever been. Like, let's not talk about the fact that I was a child, right? Like you don't even stop actually like physically growing all your bones and all that stuff until you're like late 20s. So here I am, 19, 20 years old. I think I'm an adult. Most of us do. Like a lot of it, like that part of where I'm 18, I'm grown. And so you start associating that with your adult weight. So I did that, gained the 20, went straight to Slim Fast.
Yeah.
Lost that, gained back 40, went to Slim Fast.
It worked before.
Lost that. So I was a Slim Fast addict, right? But that was why, because like that was my go-to quick fix for me. It didn't dawn on me that like I'm gaining 15 to 20
because you're so in it
every
so
time I gain it
at
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I know how to fix it. It's just kind of the way that you're looking at it. It's like, I mean, I know how to fix this. It's fine. I got this. I'll just get Slim Fast until Slim Fast doesn't work anymore, and then you're like, okay. And then you add the next thing. Then that's when you start adding the cardio. So it's like now you're hardly eating, and you start adding in more cardio, and it's like, I do 2 a day. You know what I mean? And it just starts like adding up. And you're never looking at the fact that it's not working. It's just like, I'm just one of those people that just has to do this, And so
I have to do this. Yeah, this works. Yeah.
I'm a special snowflake, like it's just, I'm sure all of that works for you, but I'm a special snowflake, which, spoiler alert, is going to be one of the lies when you go to the boot camp.
No.
You are not special. No. Sorry. Like you're special to me, but none of us are that special that like, you know what I mean? Very, very few of us are that special. Even then, like you could still crush it within your means. You know what I mean? Like, but most people are just skipping the basics. Yeah. And that's why they think that they're the special snowflake that has to do the extra stuff, the keto, the fasting, the fasted cardio, the fill in the blank thing that's meant to last for all literally like 5 minutes.
All the classes.
But it's just enough. Just enough to trigger you up here to be like, this is what works for me. We call that individualizing. So so long story short, that's how it all started for me, was the on and off Slim Fast, leading to cardio classes, leading to DVDs, leading to
days,
2-3 a days. Yeah, it was a hot mess.
Food. No food.
just not eating, and I'm a person that loves food, so that was tough for me, and that's what eventually led to all the revelations from Eat More to Weigh Less. It's just because I was homeschooling my son, and so while taking him to the library, I actually started eating. What do you know? I started learning some stuff like, oh wow, I'm not supposed to eat this little. Oh wow, muscle equals metabolism. Oh, and it was just
something
like
something
the
we both say
revelations
all
kept
the time.
going.
Muscle equals metabolism. Can you talk a little bit about that let our folks know?
Yes,
so
yes.
So like more than just
that's where, and I mean, I was gonna say, I'm sure you hear all of this from Candy, but this is what we do: is we come over to each other's page and tell you the same thing, just so that you don't think that she's making it up. But yes, when you lose weight, you can lose weight any kind of way. Like I can chop off my ponytail and lose some weight, or lose a limb or whatever. So you can lose weight any way. You don't really know where that weight is coming from. Most of us would love to assume that it's coming from fat, but 9 times out of 10, the methods that we're using, it's not coming from fat. We're using methods that are eating away at our muscle mass. Then, the flip side of that is when we gain it back, not if, because we always gain it back. When we gain it back, we're gaining back fat only. There's a body fat overshoot while our body is attempting to rebuild all of the stuff that it broke down when we weren't eating enough. So if you lost some bone mass, you lost some muscle mass, you lost all those things, that's what your body's trying to do, but typically it's gaining more fat. So you're losing muscle and gaining back fat. You do that a couple times, you know what I'm saying? Now you have a much higher body fat percentage and a really low muscle percentage, and your metabolism has, tanked a little bit.
It's reversible though. If you
because of the fact that
crush the diet.
It's totally fixable. Quit the freaking dieting, add up some muscle. Like it really does make a big difference. So every time you add that muscle on, Muscle is more metabolically active than fat. So fat, requires less calories. So that's why if you have a higher body fat percentage, you technically do need less calories than somebody else. But the more muscle that you add, muscle requires more calories. So therefore, you got to eat more. And that's the good thing about it, is that it's so metabolically active that you can eat more, build more muscle, eat more, build more muscle. So it's increasing your metabolism. But if you're doing the opposite, when you don't give your body enough food, they're like, muscle is pretty expensive to keep around. So it's like, toss this off the ship. We don't need it. We can't support it. Your body's on a budget, and you just really can't function that well on a budget. Just like in life, you got to start making cuts when you're on a budget.
Exactly. And you get to that end of losing all that, and you look at yourself and you're like, wow, this is not what I actually suspected. And a lot of women think, well, I just got to go diet again. And they keep doing it, and they keep doing it. And it's so heartbreaking because you just...
Well, because if you have that goal, like, number in your head, and you know this, like, when they have the goal number in their head, the thing that people don't realize is that if you've lost muscle, you're not going to look the same at that number. So you actually have to go lower in order to look the same. So if, like, if 150 was like your like ideal goal, I looked so amazing at this weight. Well, when you lose muscle and gain back fat, you're not going to go back to 150 and look the same. Now you may have to go to 145, 140 just to look the same. So you would have to keep like going lower and lower and lower just to look the same, or you could build more muscle so that then you actually don't have to go that low at all. That's when we get to like what we deal with, is being a higher number than we've ever been. But a lot of people not really realizing that. Like, most people wouldn't look at you and think like, oh, she's got a buck 80. Like, nobody's gonna think that. They're gonna be like, oh, I would like to look like her if I could just be 150. You're I ain't nowhere near.
For sure.
So it's like, it's the opposite. With weight, you have to lose a lot, like with fat, you have to lose a lot in order to look a certain way. But with muscle, you can gain and actually look better. So
fat loss and weight loss is two different things. And I know that's one of the things you teach in the program too. It's like, you just dropping this weight, but like you said, it's coming in tow with, muscle, maybe bone tissue, so forth and so on. And you just focus on this number and you're losing muscle. That's the biggest. So,
your metabolism is getting slower. You're having a lower quality of life as you age, because you're going to lose your independence. You keep losing bone and muscle mass.
That's why I said bone
that's going to affect you.
Bone mass.
Oh yeah, I didn't even catch it. I knew what you were talking about. Yes, you start losing all that stuff. Like, that's going to affect you in a much bigger way than you think. It's going to affect you immediately, but then it's also going to affect you
mentally.
And that's why
when you feel weak like that, like you don't realize that. I mean, you've been in the dieting so long, you don't realize that you are mentally getting weak too. And
a lot of people don't realize it, because your brain requires food. So if you don't have enough food, and we're talking about budget cuts, this is going to take a cut too. That's why we can't think like hangry. That's a legit scientific, psychological thing, because you don't have enough food. So it's not just like, oh, I'm, it's just a joke.
No,
hangry,
that's
like,
real. That's real. Your mood is different. How you think, like, you be around your family, your friends, how you treat them, talking to them, how you treat yourself, it's all part of it. And you think it's like normal. No, that's not normal.
No, that's why it's hard. Like, your brain is such a small part of your body, but it requires like the most calories per capita. So like, you literally can't think straight. Like, in a nutshell, you can't think straight. That's another reason why, if we don't go through like, the reset and stuff like that, if we don't take that time to stop the dieting and start adding that food back in, a lot of times, like, that's why we keep going back to the diets. We literally can't think clearly enough, because our brain is so foggy from not having enough
You brought
food.
up.
So
go ahead.
No,
no, you finished.
Go ahead. No, that was the main thing that I was just thinking. It's so sad that we don't pay attention to something that's so important. You know, like our brain function.
Big deal. Also talk about resets and maintenance calories and reverse dieting. Can you talk a little, give them a little snippet of what that looks like? A little synopsis.
Yes, another Candy is not crazy synopsis.
No, I'm not, y'all. I promise.
Yes, exactly. So when you eat too little, you know, that's what we're talking about. That's how it's actually fixable. Is the less you eat, your metabolism drops. Eat less, your metabolism drops. Eat less, your metabolism drops. Like your body's smart, so it's gonna keep you alive, dropping to meet the needs. Yeah. So it's like, okay, if this is all we're getting, let's lower our requirements for what we need to survive. Let's spread things out a little bit to figure out like how we can make this work. So your metabolism just keeps slowing with it. Like it's not a bad thing. It's smart because that's survival. That's how your body makes sure that you can stay alive. But it also works in reverse. You add more food, your metabolism is going to go up to meet that need. So it's like, even though we like to think that it's like no big deal, it actually works in reverse. So it's not that big of a thing for it to be like going down. Yeah, you just add some more calories, throw it in reverse.
You feel so much better. Ladies, you can't be dieting all year.
Gosh. Yes, I know, right?
I mean, I know, I'm speaking from experience, I used to. But if I knew what I knew now, like I was going to say in the beginning, I wish there was a program like yours around back in the day.
Me too.
Me too. I was, not killing myself, but basically killing myself, running myself into the ground.
Yes, it would have saved me so much. It would have saved me a lot of even just like heartache and like fights with my husband, because those like crazy days, like when I'm like, how dare you eat this brownie in front of me? Like, really? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, I'm just eating. I don't really understand what's wrong with you. But that's the way that we are. We're like, you know what I mean? You start lashing out and like projecting your hunger all on everybody around you. So it's really like, I wish it was around too. That's a big part of why I created it. Like if we can help anybody to shortcut that process, you know what I mean? And not just keep going through it, I think that's the way that it has to be, then I'm happy, even if just one or two more people learn the truth and start figuring out like, okay, I gotta figure out how to make this work for me long term. Like it's night and day. And just like you said, like when it comes to reverse dieting and doing the metabolic reset and like increasing your calories, most people don't know until they do it how like their body was functioning without it. It's not until you start adding that food back and they start having that clarity. It's amazing. Start having that energy and they start sleeping better at night and their hair and nails and stuff start growing back and they're like, that's why my nails were so brittle. That's why my skin was so dry. That's why my hair was falling out. Like, it's not until you throw it in reverse and your body goes to work with rebuilding all that stuff and like functioning at full capacity that you're like, oh my gosh, this is how I was supposed to be that whole time. Yeah, like most of us just start thinking that that's just the way it is, like that anemic feeling and fatigue and just like, or we just blame everything on getting old. I mean, that's
a good one. You hear that one all the time. I'm just getting old. No.
It's just part of being old. Like,
no.
Not sure, especially when somebody's like 35, 40s, and I'm like, no, don't think so. You're not. The older you get, the more this applies.
You're just not eating enough. That's your new normal. That's your normal.
Yeah. And so you think you actually think it is normal when there's just like you can feel so much more vibrant and be so much more present for your life. So it's some good stuff. So yes, join the boot camp.
If nothing else.
Get that free information.
Speaking of that, what can the boot camp participants gained from this challenge? What can they expect to get from this Crush the Diet?
Yes. So we're doing we changed things up a little bit this year. So a lot before we would run everything like live timed at a specific time. You had to like show up, be there and everything. So this year, one of the things that we changed was to keep it inside of our course. Usually we just like move the videos outside of the course, show you them and then remove them. So this time we actually are allowing people to experience what our course structure looks like. So when you sign up, you're going to get like for free, you'll see it discounted. It was like $97. You'll see it discounted for free. You go in every single day, you're going to get a video that's discussing that day's diet line. And then there's a download. Yep. It just has like 1 or 2 questions to help you reflect on the information so that you can actually apply it to your life. Now, the fun part with that, then what we're doing is that if you send me your homework, the information's inside the course, you'll see it. If you send me your homework, we are doing a giveaway where one person who does the homework every single day, it's only 5 days, you can do it. And it's only a couple questions. You can do it. And it's for you. You're going to get the ahas and breakthroughs. We're going to gift the Crush the Diet course. Yeah. Let me tell you.
It's good too.
Yeah, so you will get it for free. So if you send me your homework every single day, you are automatically entered to win the giveaway. So this is a win-win situation because I'm holding your feet to the fire to do the homework and you're sending it to me. So I'm checking and making sure you did it.
No.
I'm not judging what you wrote or anything like that. I just want to make sure you actually do it because a lot of times we won't take that time to reflect. And if you send it in all 5 days, then you automatically submit it. So this is a fun giveaway, an expensive one, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm doing it for you because if you put in that time, you deserve to be in that giveaway. Like, I understand not everybody can actually afford to join the course. And so this is one of the first times that we're going to do this scholarship giveaway.
Y'all take it up. Do your homework. Do your homework.
I'm saying, like, you have nothing to lose, really, because you're going to get the ahas anyway. It's already a free $97 course, and then we're throwing another free course on top of that. And this course is like the main course. So this is just like a bite-sized little sampling of what you will get inside
whole
of
program.
The course. So, yes, it is. And it's full, jam-packed, full of expert interviews, probably 5, I don't know if Trisha's still on her, like 4 or 5 years worth of interviews that I've done with different experts in the industry. So the interviews alone is gonna blow people away, which we're giving you clips of those inside of the boot camp, and you're gonna get the full versions of all of that inside of the course when you win, because you're gonna sign up and do your homework.
Y'all. Nothing to lose. You got to gain your life back, your sanity,
Yeah.
your muscle.
Yes. Seriously. I know, right? Learn how to develop that muscle-based mindset.
That's a good mindset to have.
It's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll be there every step of the way. So yeah, get going this week. It's not the course isn't open yet. The main course, Crush the Diet course, isn't open yet, but the boot camp, we're leaving it open for free all week long. We are going to close it back up, and it's going to go back to $97 afterwards. So don't be crazy and wait until
get it now.
You have to pay for it.
Get it now.
Get it right now while it's free, and then we'll shut it down. We just do this as a celebration when we open up our course every year.
And the link is in the description for y'all to sign up. Still get in there. So day 2. Yes, day 2. So yes. Make
sure you click the link that Candy gave you, so that way I know she sent you. Because I'm gonna treat you right. So I want to make sure that we know if you're one of Candy's girls, just use that link, and it should be.
I know it's
one of these places. I don't know, but there's a link there. So click that and come see me inside of the course. And I'm checking emails. Like, the homework is flooding in, so like that's really what I'm doing as soon as I get off of here. Is I'm gonna go and look at who sent in their homework for today and give them another point towards their ticket in this raffle. So this is
thank you so much for coming on and talking to my people, and I guess your people too, because you shared it. So,
I know I did share it too. So if you're on my page, I don't know if the link is still there, but it's fine. I'll put a link there. And you'll be able to find it if you're over on the Wayless page. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much, Candy, for having me.
Again sometime. All right,
yes,
girl.
Definitely.
Take care. Bye, everybody.
All right, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.